Okay. Yes, said the marigolds. The boys are good to us too. They dig the ground so well. Now, children, can you tell me why do the boys specifically dig the ground? Why do they do that? Because they dig the ground to remove the weeds and the small pebbles which are in the soil so that the flowers can bloom and grow nicely. I'm sure you have understood. Okay, now let's go further. We love the little children, said a tiny bird. They are kind and they bring bread for us. Okay, children, over here, what do you mean by the word tiny? Tiny means very small. Now, why do the tiny birds like the small little children? Because they bring bread for them. And I am sure you know the birds love to eat crumbs of bread. Yes, children. Okay. All the flowers said we must work hard to make our dresses pretty, for the children will be here soon. Now, do you know, children? Now the flowers are getting ready in their pretty dresses. And why so? Because the children are going to come and play in the garden. I'm sure you also must be getting ready when you have guests in your house. So it's the same thing. Okay, now let's go on. The sun said, I will help you also, for nothing pleases me better than to see the children running about in the golden sunshine. Now over here, what does the sun say? The sun said to the flowers that he will also very happily help the garden to become pretty. Why? Because he also loves to see the children playing about in the golden sunshine. Okay, children. Now let's move on. Suddenly. What's the meaning of suddenly? Unexpected. When you don't know and something happens. Suddenly, the children came out laughing and singing. They were laughing, ha 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 ha, and they were singing. And the flowers stopped their songs to listen to them. Now, as have you ever heard flowers singing? No. But why in this garden are the flowers singing? Because it's, as I've told you, it's a magic garden. And so in the magic garden, flowers are also singing songs. But as soon as the children come in the garden, enter the garden, the children are singing songs and are laughing. They are very happy. And so the flowers stop singing so that they can nicely listen to these children. Oh, look at the tall sunflower, said one child. And the sunflower lifted its head very proudly. Now, why was the sunflower so proud of itself? Because the children were admiring him, praising him. I'm sure when your parents, your friends admire you, praise you, you really are proud of yourself. So, in the same way, the sunflower lifted its head with pride because he was very happy that the children were looking at him and were praising him. Another child said, I love the marigold in its golden dress. Why in golden dress? Because the marigold is usually always has orangish, reddish, yellowish. I'm so sorry. A marigold's color is orangish in color, reddish in color, yellowish in color. That is why they said that its dress is golden dress. The marigold smiled happily. It was indeed a magic garden because it had fairies too. And I'm sure you know in every magical story we have fairies. So they say it was a magic garden because there were fairies too in the garden. They danced and sang sweet songs which only the children could hear. Now, the songs of the fairies only the little ones could hear. Why? Because do you know, little ones, the little children are pure at heart, and so they can hear to the songs sung by fairies. After a time, the fairies came out dancing and talked with the children. Their dresses were made of flowers and their wings of sunshine. How lovely. Children, can you imagine fairies whose dresses are made of flowers and their wings are golden like sunshine? The magic garden was quiet. What do you mean by quiet, children? That there's no noise, it's calm, it's still. That night, why was the magic garden so quiet that night? The flowers and birds were asleep and dreaming of the next day when the children would come again. Now the flowers and birds were sleeping, were fast asleep, and were dreaming. Obviously, when we are sleeping, we usually do dream, isn't it, children? And why were they dreaming? They were waiting. The flowers and the birds were resting so that when they wake up the next morning, they are fresh to play with the little ones who come in the magic garden. Children, I hope you understood the lesson. Okay, now children, after the lesson, you will kindly do the word meanings and the other exercises that follow it. Okay, have a lovely day, children, and see you in the next class. Thank you.